Want to speak real Japanese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at JapanesePod101.com.
Most people who learn a foreign language learn it so that they can one day have real-life conversations with native speakers. When you start out learning and crack open your first textbook or listen to your first podcast, having a real conversation can feel like a fantasy. When everything about a language feels new, it can be overwhelming. But this couldn't be further from the truth. While it does take a significant amount of time and effort to become fluent, having a conversation might not be as far off as you think. In this video, we'll look at 3 ways you can boost your conversational skills and start talking to native speakers. Number 1, find native speakers and practice with them. It's unlikely you live near a big group of native speakers to practice with. If you happen to be in a major or international city, your chances may be better. Check and see if your city has a general language exchange. Chances are there could be a native speaker there who is also trying to learn another language. Practicing in person with a native speaker is probably the most interesting option for honing your speaking skills. But if you can't find anyone where you live, the next best option is to look online. Luckily for language learners, the past 10 years or so have seen an explosion in online language exchange sites. On these websites, you can search for someone who is a native speaker of your target language and is also learning your native language. The idea behind a language exchange is that you communicate with them via video or text chat, and half of the time, they help you practice your target language. And for the other half, you help them practice theirs. Practicing via an online language exchange is a highly effective way to practice your conversational skills. Number 2, work on pronunciation. Pronunciation is often an overlooked skill when it comes to learning a foreign language. Most people think of a good foreign accent as a luxury rather than a necessity. But what most people don't talk about is how having a good accent boosts your listening and comprehension skills. If you can hear a sound from a foreign language and know how to make it yourself, then you're more likely to understand native speakers when they talk at normal speed, and you're also more likely to remember any new words or phrases you come across. Having a good accent means that the language no longer sounds foreign. Instead, it sounds familiar, maybe even natural. So how do you go about perfecting your accent? The best way is to break down the language into its individual sounds. Make note of any sounds that are the same or similar to your native language and of those that are different. Of the sounds that are different, spend your time practicing the ones that you find the hardest to say correctly. After you're comfortable with the individual sounds, you can start linking together words and phrases. This is where accent practice starts to get really fun and interesting. Get your hands on some native speaker audio from a TV show, song, or podcast. Play the audio back and listen closely a few times. Take note of how words blend together in speech. Then, do your best to imitate what you hear, trying to match the speaker's emphasis and intonation. Our language learning program's playback feature is perfect for this. Record yourself and compare it to the original recording. Rinse and repeat until you're comfortable with the audio selection, and then move on to something more difficult. This is how you can break through the accent barrier and really start to make the language your own. Number 3, learn phrases, not just individual words. Learning grammar and individual words is great, but it's not the only approach you should take if you want to speak fluently. In addition to your regular grammar and vocabulary, try learning whole phrases, even if you aren't totally sure how they work grammatically. Learn phrases that are specific to your needs. It's a good idea to learn phrases that are grouped around a certain setting or subject, such as simple greetings or introductions, questions for getting to know someone, or traveling comfortably. You can even learn filler phrases, which you can use so that you have something to say when, well, you don't know what to say. Learning phrases like this will help you become conversational faster. You may not understand what you're saying literally, but as long as you know the general meaning behind the phrase and know when to use it, you'll be able to talk like a native. Eventually, your knowledge of grammar and vocabulary should catch up with the phrases you know. Learning a new language should feel like an adventure. There will be plateaus and periods in your learning where it feels like you're hitting a wall, but being able to speak with native speakers and have real conversations will help you combat language fatigue. After all, talking to someone face-to-face in a foreign language is one of the main reasons we start learning in the first place. And for even more ways to gain conversation skills, check out our complete language learning program. Sign up for your free lifetime account by clicking on the link in the description. Get tons of resources to have you speaking in your target language. And if you enjoyed these tips, hit the like button, share the video with anyone who's trying to learn a new language, and subscribe to our channel. We release new videos every week. I'll see you next time. Bye!
Want to speak real Japanese from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at JapanesePod101.com.
Hey guys, it's Lisa. Today I'm going to teach you 5 phrases to make you sound like a pro. 確かに True. Indeed. 確かに確かに確かに True. Indeed. 適当に Half-heartedly. Without much care. 適当にいいよいいよなんか適当にとりあえず In the meantime, for now. とりあえず行こうか。とりあえず means like anyway. そういえば Speaking of which, now that you mentioned it. そういえば When you remember something? So yeah. そういえば買い物行かなくちゃ。了解です。Roger. 了解です。Roger. Now is your Japanese like a pro. Yay! じゃあまた日本語の勉強頑張ってね。Bye. みんなこんにちは。Welcome to Japanese Top Voice. Today's theme is must know expressions for agreeing and disagreeing. 賛成できます。I agree. 賛成できます。I agree. 賛成できます。I agree. 賛成できません。I don't agree. 賛成できません。I don't agree. No! No, 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 no. Say no, no. You're not the one for me. いいね。Sounds good. いいね。Sounds good. 間違いありません。No doubt about it. 間違いありません。No doubt about it. 彼が好きだったのはリンゴかな？それとも桃？どっちだったかな？彼の好きなのは桃ですよ。間違いありません。その通りです。Exactly. その通りです。Exactly. 今言おうと思っていました。I was just going to say that. 今言おうと思ってました。I was just going to say that. それは違います。You're wrong. それは違います。You're wrong. You're wrong. きっと日本以外の国は怖いとこばっかりなんじゃないですか。それは違います。You're wrong. 多分ね。Maybe. 多分ね。Maybe. どう思いますか？ What do you think? どう思いますか？ What do you think? もちろんです。Of course. もちろんです。Of course. Of course. That's all for today. Thank you for watching. Today's theme was must know expressions for agreeing and disagreeing. And if you want to learn more, please go to JapanesePod101.com and keep learning Japanese. Thank you. Bye bye. きっと日本以外の国は怖いところばっかり。Say no, no. You're not the one for me. Hi everyone. Today's theme is dun dun dun. 10 words for connecting thoughts. Let's start. それから then それから朝ごはんを食べそれから家を出た。けれども however けれども however コンサートに行きたかったけれども予定があって行けなかった。その間 meanwhile その間 meanwhile ビデオを修理に出しているその間に買い物をする。一方 on the other hand 一方 on the other hand 日本語を喋りたい一方で間違えることが不安である。on the other hand 同様に likewise 同様に likewise 去年と同様に夏休みには海に行く。Let's go to the sea! Hey! Whoo! さらに moreover さらに moreover お腹いっぱい食べた後さらにデザートを食べる。Give me more! Give me more! Give me more! 他に besides 他に besides どうもお買い上げありがとうございます。こちら以外他に何かよろしいですか？その代わり instead その代わり instead 欲しかった赤色のワンピースの代わりにピンク色のワンピースを買った。だから therefore だから therefore だからだからだから だから今いつも行きつけのお店が閉まっていた。だから新しいお店を開拓した。とうとう finally とうとう finally とうとう私の番が来た。とうとう待ちに待っていた映画が公開された。That's it for today. Thank you for watching. And if you want to learn more Japanese, go to JapanesePod101.com. Bye. Thank you. 元気を出して先生、それは違うと思います。わからないけど。Hi everybody. I'm Risa. Welcome back to the weekly words. Today's theme is studying onomatopoeia. First word is だらだら lazily だらだらと休みを過ごす。 Next one is ぐずぐず hesitating ぐずぐず言いたいことが言えなくてぐずぐずする。 Next one パラパラページをパラパラめくる。パラパラパラNext word is すっきり refreshed 朝すっきり目覚める。 And next one うとうと dozing off. And the next one that's finish. That's it. Have a good weekend. What? Study hard. Thank you. Bye bye. Hi everybody. I'm Risa. Welcome back to Japanese Weekly Words. Let's go. Today's theme is condition onomatopoeia. It's difficult to say. Durin, ふらふら unsteady お酒を飲みすぎてふらふらするDon't drink too much. The next one is じゃんチクチク prickling pain チクチク痛い痛い痛いみたいなチクチク、バラのトゲはチクチクするチクチクはい。 The next one ズキズキ throbbing pain 頭がズキズキするズキズキズキズキはい次ダランヒリヒリ burning pain ひげを剃るとヒリヒリする男の人にはわかるんじゃないでしょうかOkay, next word is でれんでんしくしく quiet crying 一人しくしく泣く It's like this No like これダメだこのしくしくThat's it for today. See you next week. Bye bye.
Hi everybody, Hiroko here. Welcome to Ask a Teacher where I'll answer some of your most common Japanese questions. The question for this lesson is, when expressing my conjecture or making a guess based on appearance, should I use soda or yoda? When you want to express conjecture or make a guess based on appearance, you may wonder whether to use soda or yoda because you often hear Japanese people use both. This lesson will cover how to use soda and yoda when expressing states or conditions with adjectives. In many cases, you can use either. However, your answer will depend on two things. One, whether your guess is based on visual information only, or two, whether you have any additional information to interpret. If you make a guess based on visual information only, you use soda. If you judge not only based on the visual information but also additional information or reasoning, you use yoda. So basically, when you use yoda, the certainty level is higher than when you use soda. Let's go through some examples so you can learn how to use soda and yoda correctly. Here's the first case. Let's say you go looking for your teacher, Miss Yamada, and you see she's busy talking with other teachers. In this case, you guess that she's busy based on visual information. So you can use soda like this. 先生は忙しそうだ. The sentence would naturally translate as the teacher seems busy. The next is the second case where you can get more information to judge the situation in addition to the visual information. Let's use the same situation again. This time though, you saw that she was busy, but you also tried to call her name and received no response. In this case, you received more information. You're not getting a response from her in addition to the visual information, so you judge that she's busy. In this case, you would say, 先生は忙しいようだ. The teacher must be busy. How was this lesson? Pretty interesting, right? Do you have any more comments? Leave them in the comments below and I will try to answer them. またね!
Want to speed up your language learning? Take your very first lesson with us. You'll start speaking in minutes and master real conversations. Sign up for your free lifetime account. Just click the link in the description.